For 20 years, Impact of Southern Arizona has improved the lives and inspired the futures of countless families and individuals. And now you are invited to celebrate with them.
We have with us Development Coordinator Diana Charbonneau. She's here with the details, along with Woman Heart Champion Susan Smith. It's nice to have you both here.
Thank you for having us.
So how does it feel to be celebrating 20 years in the community?
Oh, I can't even tell you how amazing it is, especially since Impact originally started out as a little food bank in Catalina in a slump block house and was able to expand our services to really encompass everything that we need to help people stretch their budgets and stabilize families.
Well, you really inspire a lot of people, like we said before. So if somebody watching right now wants to get involved, what would you say? What can they do?
There's so many ways, but we actually have over 175 volunteer shifts every week, which ranges from driving trucks to go pick up food to our food bank and our clothing bank. So that's one big way. We're also one of the Arizona Charitable Tax Coalition members. So if you're not happy with the way your state taxes look, you can reach out to your local state tax professional. And also, we're always looking for board members, volunteers, and even just a share on a Facebook post or spreading the word can really do a lot for a lot of our nonprofit organizations locally.
Definitely. Give us an idea of the scope. And actually, here's a great graphic to show that. Walk us through what we're seeing.
So in the last 20 years, we've reinvested over $22 million in the community.
Wow.
And a big part of that is our food bank, which has done $10.85 million in fresh, frozen, and canned food. And I think the most important thing to remember about Impact of Southern Arizona is that we serve over 52 zip codes in Pima and Pinal County, all the way up to Mammoth, San Manuel, a lot of those areas that a lot of people forget about, but we haven't, and we want them to still have access to those resources.
You have over 1 million reasons to celebrate this 20 years too.
Yeah.
So you have a big event planned.
Yep.
Tell us about it.
So our Women of Impact Luncheon is next month on March 20th at the Westin La Paloma. It's always been our annual event, but this year's our 20th celebration, so we were able to partner with Tucson Lifestyle. We're going to have a special edition of the March Tucson Lifestyle magazine, and it'll be Women of Impact. And we'll be highlighting a lot of women of impact like Susan here, who is a heart attack survivor. She uses that platform to be able to help and promote heart health. So.
Tell us about you, Susan. How does it feel to have been nominated, and tell us a little more of your story?
It's such an honor to work with Women of Impact and to be nominated as the Women of Impact and what we do in the community. So I'm just thrilled to be joining with them. And so my passion is making sure that women know the symptoms of heart attack in women. Heart disease is the #1 killer of women. A lot of people don't know that. And we don't know that our symptoms are dramatically different than those of men. Men have the Hollywood heart attack where they have crushing chest pain and fall to the floor and have it, you know, it's
much more of a dramatic episode.
Right, and that was my image of a heart attack. And when I had mine, my symptoms were shortness of breath, lightheadedness, fatigue. I had a pinching in my collarbone. Just little minor annoyances that I was too busy to take care of.
Because we take care of everybody else, right? As women, as mothers, as sisters, and then we ignore those warning signs thinking they're not that big of a deal. But I always thought that breast cancer was the #1 killer of women. We're always told to get our mammogram, look for, you know, things in our chest, but we don't talk about those symptoms like you said with heart disease.
That's exactly right. So breast cancer takes the lives of one in 8, and heart disease is 1 in 4. So it's more than all cancers combined, and so it's so important to know the facts.
Very important to know the facts, very important to celebrate too everything that Impact has done. Tell us about this event and what people can expect when they go.
Sure, so before the luncheon we have a resource expo where we have people like Susan so that our attendees can really get more out of it and come home with resources. Our keynote speaker is Kimberly Yee, the Arizona State Treasurer, who will be talking about breaking that cycle of poverty. A lot of people live check to check, which is a form of poverty, and we really want to promote financial education and financial literacy so that way we can, of course, serve more people, but we want to help those people come out of poverty, which is the over 8,000 people who have come through our doors in the last 20 years. So,
and you've seen their personal struggles and their personal stories. So maybe share what you've seen and how it has had an impact, so to speak, on them and their families.
Of course. So we have one grandmother in particular. She watches her grandson, and she takes care of him, so she's able to come in and get food, be able to stretch her budget. You know, she never expected to be taking care of a child and take
A
that
lot
on.
of people are facing that situation now.
So we see everything from that to people taking care of extended families, people who wound up homeless on the streets through no fault of their own. We see everything, and it's really great because anybody who walks through our doors we treat with respect and love, and we really want them to feel welcome, which is one of the reasons so many people travel to us.
Everyone deserves that dignity.
I agree.
Thank you both so much.
Thank
nice
you.
to see you.
Thank you.
And the Women of Impact Luncheon is happening on March 20th at the Westin La Paloma Resort. If you would like to purchase tickets, visit womenofimpactluncheon.org.